Greetings, kids. Welcome back to another episode of Too Many Warlocks. I have to say, I really enjoyed my time off. I feel quite refreshed. Shalandra decided to run off to Jolt for the holidays with her new boyfriend, Gregory. It turned out to be quite the blessing. Spent some time with Jeffrey. He's really coming around. Doesn't seem to hate me so much. We even went out and played skee-ball. And, of course, Chandra's doing great. Her first year in wizard school hasn't quite chosen a track yet. I'm pushing towards necromancy, but letting her make her own choice. Anyways, I think all the warlocks are being hunted by a serial killer, so let's see how that's going.
Did you just tie Lenny to Cassandra?
Welcome back, Lenny.
Welcome back, Lenny. I mean, it's good to see that he's turned a corner. I mean, progress is good.
It's important to grow as an individual, regardless of your life status.
True, or on life, as it were. Welcome to Monday night. It's time for Too Many Warlocks. I, as always, am your benevolent dungeon master, Puck, and I am joined today by these Too Many Warlocks and Redan, which I will now introduce in no particular order. The ever fiery and chosen companion for awkward individual quests, Miss Key3 Tea Leaf, preferred partner of solo missions. Also joining me is former Eldritch Clowncar and champion of the Brightstone Fighting Pits, and also library shard seeker, Redan. Also joining us is undeath enthusiast, Penithin Wright. And last but not least, with his Technicolor dream coat, Mr. Gibutomps. I'm trying some new ones out. We'll see how it goes. When last we left our heroes, dark times. First, we caught up with Guy, who's being pursued by angels. And Guy got re-equipped. He's got some snazzy new duds.
Yes, I do.
And then we got to see that the Manor House in Waterdeep for the Avalon Knights Academy is now fully operational. And what's more, it received its first customer. A woman by the name of Linda came by, and she wanted you guys to find her husband. And you did.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yep.
To be fair, though, the whole kind of situation refers to her being a customer as well, because, hey.
Right. Well, look, it's somebody seeking adventures that come to you guys.
We're doing it for the exposure.
Yeah, right. She's going to tell two friends, and those friends will tell two friends, and that's like 8 people right there.
Sorry.
No, it's great. So that occurred. Unfortunately, you were unable to save the husband, but it was clear that whoever had done this targeted this person specifically because they were a warlock and had severed their bond, causing them to become a human jam of sorts in what you could only imagine was some kind of violent explosion to paint them across this wall. Yeah. And then it was determined that not only had he killed this person, but he had watched them for some time and in fact purchased a scroll of hold person from the very store that his victim owned. The Warlocks, thinking it best not to leave Linda by herself, have asked her to gather her things and take her back to the keep.
Yep.
And that's where we pick up our story. Now, you guys have gathered up Linda's things, and you've taken her back through the portal, and you're back to the main keep now. The Mercenaries of Mischief have recently departed. They got a hot tip that there is some dragon cult activity at Dragon Spear Castle. And Gilbetta has taken Lilith and a new recruit and Rolda along the way to go see how things are working out over there. So you guys get Linda there, and she gets set up at the inn fairly quickly. And you're free to move about the cabin. So we'll say a day has passed, and she's kind of stayed the night there, and you're the next morning now. And Cookie has set out the normal routine at the keep continues. There's bustling about. Wormspit is running classes for all the new denizens at the keep. There's a new collection of orcs at the keep now as well, thanks to Lilith breaking some chains and freeing some slaves. And so Wormspit runs classes throughout the day, teaching the various creatures how to fit in human society, as he says it. And a lavish breakfast is being served in Cookie's Crab Shack in the main dining area, which you are all welcome to attend.
Keythree's going to be sitting, waiting for Penn to come downstairs.
I'm probably coming down reading one of many books at the moment because I'm just still leafing through all the Christmas reading I had to finish up and go over. So yeah, I probably sit down with my nose in a book and I'm still just sitting there like.
Hey, so have you run across any references to that like symbol she said he had, that like the 8 raised fists and the horizon?
I've been looking into it, and Puck will now tell me if I found anything.
Do a religion check.
Maybe. I'll try.
Okay. Do your best. It helps if I go look at what you rolled. Okay.
Now, look,
It doesn't.
Well, okay, no, never mind.
You could just pretend he
Just
rolled a
ignore that.
much larger number.
Son, you ain't found shit.
And so it begins.
So it begins.
I haven't been able to find anything. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong places. I just have not found any reference to that symbol or whatever the implication therein would be.
Hey, Tommy. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Tommy's around.
What can I do for you?
And I'll like kind of sketch out about what I think the symbol would be. I was like, have you ever seen this before?
I am long lived. I've never seen a thing like this.
Well, if anybody shows up with this symbol, let us know.
Kill him.
Or, let us know first.
Murder.
Maybe
Or let us know
up to
before
a
you
little
murder
bit of
them.
a conclusion there, Ben.
I think I just coughed under my breath.
It's like the preferred symbol for like a group of like Catholic nuns that sing across the countryside, and he just happens to be wearing one. It could all go sideways. All right, so breakfast today is a large, thick piece of rye toast with a slice of ham on top of it, and then an eggs Benedict resting on top with some grilled asparagus.
Delicious.
I'm gonna take Guy's asparagus before he gets there because I know what he does on everything.
I'm so just confused, curious, perplexed. Like, give it to me. What's going on here?
Do you want some asparagus?
I feel like I should say no, but yes.
Okay, here's your half. Here's my half. He doesn't have to know. Everybody eat their asparagus before he gets here.
Does his pee? What does his pee smell if he eats it? Like what's?
I believe everyone's does. He just happens to pee on many things, sometimes in near vicinity of us. So, you know.
I'm gonna like this guy.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. I guess speaking of which, he comes thundering down the stairs, but he's got a bunch of little pieces of paper in his hand and like
Okay.
an ink pot and a quill, and sits down at the table, looks down at breakfast. Ah, rye, good idea. 2 beers and the rye, Tommy. We're thinking this morning, eh? And start
As you
laying
wish.
out the bits of paper on the table in something, a pattern that apparently only he can understand.
Very well.
You guys, we got to catch the guy that turned that guy into people paste, eh?
Yeah, I was talking to Penn about trying to figure out that symbol. I haven't seen it.
The 8
before.
fists in a row on the horizon, eh?
Yeah.
Well, also the thing carved in the wall, and I grab another little piece of paper. It's in Dwarven, eh? So maybe it is connected. That seemed like a Dwarven kind of thing, eh? 8 of those, eh? Either that or it's a really rude sex club, but I don't think we go there yet, eh?
Okay, I actually do want to ask this. Can I remember how high on the wall this was carved in?
Good point.
It was eye level for you.
I'm average height. I don't know. Dwarves are... I don't know.
Slightly taller than Key 3.
He had stilts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's clear. We're looking for a dwarf on stilts.
this should be easy.
We're looking for a tall dwarf or a regular-sized man. Well, I guess dwarves are men too. Anyway, you get my point. I don't know. It wasn't written very low to the ground, so I don't know if it was necessarily a dwarf, but it was in dwarvish. I don't know why.
Perhaps magic or, stilts, like my grandfather did. Trick somebody into thinking he was a half giant by, long coat and stilts.
It's very elaborate.
How did he explain he's only this wide?
Oh, he padded out the
okay.
coat. He borrowed the coat.
Oh, I am
from a
very
half
sick.
giant.
Stay far away. Oh.
Mhm.
But we got to go back to Waterdeep, eh? We got to go talk to the Lord's Alliance, those wreck guys, eh? They are the expert in the field, eh? Besides, I had the word with your beta, so I got some shit to spread, eh?
Literal.
More figuratively this time, I think, eh?
Okay.
We might have to work with them again.
Disappointed look.
I also have something to propose. I recognize the whole Warlock dying thing is hitting close to home. But the compass says Philip is alive. And that guy helped us out months ago. It's kind of our fault he's wherever he is now when he should be here. Maybe we can tangent and go see if we can find him. Just a thought.
Who's Philip?
Remind me again, yeah, maybe who's this Philip?
I'm gonna pull out the giant bag of gems and be like, when we went, oh my god, pull out my my book from the deep door and be like, when I got this and Kashano got locked in the vault, Philip is the reason we got out.
And he's in trouble, and you know this?
He said he was coming here, and then he just never showed up. And every time I was like, hey guys, where's Philip? Everyone was just like, whatever.
What direction he is, eh?
Think about Philip.
To the south.
He's that way.
Well, that's
So
kind of
Waterdeep
not
is southwest from us right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, when we were in Waterdeep, he was still south.
So
Okay.
do we want to go to Waterdeep and then head off from there?
We do some investigate in Waterdeep, and then we go find Phil, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I would appreciate that. It's too much responsibility having all these gems.
Well, they are his.
They are his.
We use
I mean, we got a place we can keep them, eh?
Yeah, but they're my responsibility. I kind of like took them from them. But
Took is an interesting word, eh?
not in a steely, handsy sort of way, but like...
Okay, I'm just checking. I hardly know you, eh? I'm thinking you're pretty big to be sneaking up on people, but you never know, eh?
Hey, I'm really good at it.
I knew a furbolg thief once. He just stand there, pretend to be a tree until you look the other way. Then he steal your wallet.
I can see how that would be efficient.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
One, does any part of our old cart still work? Or
No,
is
it's all smashed to bits.
Oh, what
Yeah.
happened to Lady Bella?
Oh, she left.
Lady
Maybe
Bella
just-
has been recovering over the winter in the stables.
Okay. All right. That's good.
It's springtime now, so she's quite happy. You occasionally see her out grazing, enjoying a couple flowers, drawing some looks from some of the newer residents.
I guess that won't work then. I've been the whole time we were talking, I was essentially doing a forensics check on that burnt scroll and
Okay.
looking for hair and shit. Just like anything I could find.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah!
Yeah, sorry. He's got to do the good pun line.
When we got back to the office in Waterdeep, did Walter tell us about our visitor? Because it was a cutscene, so we didn't know. But it had. I mean, would he have told us when we got back?
He just said. Walter just said we had some other customers. They said they'll call again later.
Okay.
He didn't really get into specifics.
Yep. As a good butler wouldn't. Yes.
No. So with your 12 investigation, you're not able to discern a whole lot else other than the scroll was used.
Oh, this is harder than I thought it would be to find.
Well, we're going to need some fish too, eh? Because I got some more questions for that patron if he's still in the bay. Like what happened to him when he got pulled out the guy, eh?
I mean, he's just... Is that how that works?
I don't know, but I think if we find out that it hurt the patron, then maybe our patron, they get a little more interested, eh?
I mean, have we...
They want to help a little bit more, eh?
I haven't even mentioned it to my patron yet. I feel like I should, but I have not.
To be honest, I don't really want to mention to mine right away because this seemed like the kind of thing they might consider to be a toy to let loose on the world, eh?
A toy. Redan, you still have the compass.
I'm literally holding it, thinking about people.
Can I hold it and think about people for a moment?
As long as you give it back.
He said with my loaned compass. Thank you. Anyway, so for a moment, I'm going to let the rage boil up in me. And I'm just going to think about this dude and like the description we have of him and how much I want to kill him.
Number 1, you don't have a name. Number 2,
It requires attunement.
Yes.
Here, you're still attuned. I forgot. And I don't know him anyway. God. All right, to Waterdeep, I guess. If that's,
It's like, can we just find him? Where is he? What is his address?
I'm literally holding my hand out.
All
right, well, I mean-
before we leave the library here, well, I guess your book kind of make it a library everywhere, but I got the question too for sure. That thing we found carved in the wall in Dwarven, that's maybe a quote from somewhere? What it said, gods should not touch the lives of men?
I can cross-reference it with the podium if you'd like, I guess.
Oh, that's a good idea.
All right, to the podium.
To the podium.
And yeah,
To
I
the
guess...
rye. And I go over to the thing, get a second shot to celebrate the good thinking we've had with breakfast.
Very well. Tommy's on the spot with it. He's familiar with your habits at this point, so he's
Yes.
got it ready for you.
I'm
This is
also
breakfast
hanging.
pun drinking because of the rye bread, so we're playing this all the way till lunch.
I'm hanging back, and I give Guy all my asparagus.
Oh, mon ami, I am loving asparagus. And I wait. And I grab like 5 of them. Look at these. And I shove them up underneath my top lip so they're all hanging down.
I stick two up my nose.
Of
Two go
course
up
he
the
does.
nose. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I forgot.
And in as
Two up
subtle
the
a
nose.
whisper as I have, it's like, if you're going to pee on something, let me know.
It's like, do I have something in my teeth?
Around all the asparagus falling out of my.
Cookie's like, hey, don't waste those.
I eat mine.
No, I ate it all, even the nose part. And I'm trying to bite the 2 that are hanging out of my nose. I've had rye for breakfast. It's all possible.
I killed all people for wasting food before, and I'll do it again.
I'm not wasting. Yeah.
All right. So go to the podium, do a cross strength reference. How are we transferring to the ethereal plane? Are we going to grab hold of Lady Bella and get her to chauffeur you there? Or are we going to use the mage shower?
I was just gonna walk through the mage tower, but if anyone else wants to do the Lady Bella thing, go for it.
No need. I'm gone.
Yeah, gone.
Oh, that's new. Okay. I'll just follow Pen.
Okay. Redan, are you going with them?
Yeah, I'll go with them.
All right. So you go through, Redan, you get a warm welcome from Corvan. He's kind of become accustomed to seeing you. You go to visit him so often.
Yeah, I'm like, sword's broken still.
It is not broken. You just haven't been properly aligned yet.
I don't know what else I can do.
Keep at it. You'll get there. You'll find the moment.
I'm holding you to that.
All right. And so the massive kind of library is there with Pen's patron inside. Still scanning through books.
He's reading.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to the podium. I'm not going to bother him.
You're not even going to disturb him this time.
I love him too much.
Okay. All right. So while you're doing the cross reference, everyone else who is in the library, do a perception check.
I don't think that's going to apply for me. I'm standing behind Pen looking at Guy, looking like his patron, being like,
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm in here, I'm definitely looking around. Not that it's going to help, but I am definitely looking around. I don't like it in here.
Key 3, Guy, you notice it too. Pen's patron kind of glances down at him and goes back up. And just for a moment, just for the smallest moment, you see like this expectant look go across his face and then disappear as he just shrugs off the moment. Like he was waiting for the usual Pen and it didn't occur. All right. So you cross-reference.
Anyway, yes, I'm cross-referencing and I'm crying.
You didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
You didn't notice shit. Okay. So you're cross-referencing the symbol?
The phrase. I mean, I'll look for the symbol secondarily, I guess.
Okay.
But primarily
sorry. Yeah. The phrase is one that is used among dwarven work crews, particularly miners, farmers, that kind of thing. Its original meaning was that you reap the rewards of your own hard work.
Mm.
Yes, I tell them all this. And, it's a little odd. That seems a little, less sinister than it is currently being used.
perhaps somebody just took it and maybe thinks that us warlocks don't deserve. We haven't worked for what we have.
I think that's perfectly reasonable explanation, yeah.
So
It means multiple things, eh?
I have worked hard to get where I am today.
Not me, I throw a party, that's all I do. Eh?
I used to be one person and now I'm two.
I'm two me's.
well, often people grass is always greener, and they make assumptions, and
and then they murder
said,
your people.
Making assumptions makes an ass out of you and me, and murdering people. That's bad.
Speaking of asses, Pen, why don't you ask your patron here if he know anything about what would happen if someone were to forcefully separate you and him, eh?
I really don't like that thought is one reason. Alternatively, I could go ask your patrons the same question, but I don't.
But
think
my
you'd like
patrons
it
will
either.
just make you eat soup made out of living people and they don't answer. So yours is probably the better idea, eh?
A heavy sigh. And then he collapses his books into one book and closes it and sets it aside.
I stop looking like him.
I push Pen forward.
He says, phrases, in my experience, have many meanings. And if you do not know what meaning is originally assigned to them, you tend to attach your own. That said, yes, she is clearly very clever. And I've spoken with the Dawn Seeker, and he agrees. She agrees. We have difficulty with pronouns with the Dawn Seeker. Anyways, in regards to severing a pact, if a pact is forcibly severed in an instant, an average mortal cannot contain the power. The normal severing of a pact, the power is returned to where it was given. If you cut the line without equalizing the distribution of the power, too much goes in one direction. I would not feel it. You would die.
You'd feel it though, like
Not even a little bit, and I grab Pen and start pulling him back.
I would notice the loss of the connection.
Okay.
In the same way one notices when one's sweater is caught on a thorn.
Oh, I'm a sweater. All right. Well, yeah, there's someone doing that. I guess you might as well know. You probably already know. You seem to know most things before I do. But yeah, so someone's going around doing that, and we're pretty torn up about it. I feel like I'm putting this very mildly because I'm emotionally distraught. So
you were chosen. I trust you will use your skills to solve this problem.
Aye, Captain. And yeah, I'm just walking out of the room like just stiff because I'm full of awkward. The awkward is overflow.
The symbol.
Oh God, you can ask him questions too. He likes everyone, from what I gather. Hey, by the way, there's also a symbol as I'm standing half out the door, and it's like a bunch of fists raised to the sun, and I don't know what that means either. And yeah,
I'm not sure. Traditionally, a raised fist is a symbol of opposing oppression. This sounds like it may be something in that regard. However, I don't know of any officials that use this
How many clan of dwarves are there? Maybe 8?
About 8. There are some smaller clans that you don't hear about as much, but
If you were to put
there are
together
8 larger clans.
So half out the door, just like, yep.
Before he leaves, I say in a loud voice to his patron, "It's funny when they try to be tough for their friends, eh?"
Yes, whoever they is. And then he crosses his leg, floats back up, and spreads out his.
Well, I guess that's that. Only one more thing I got to do before we go back, eh? And I'm out the door and heading for my patron's house.
Okay.
Around the back.
All right.
I thought about it, man. I really thought about where is this going. No, it's done everything but. So yeah, on the back of his own patron's ever-changing house, he pees his name down the side of the house while walking.
Okay.
Waiting, like one eye cringe, waiting to see what happens while he's doing it.
I walk over and join him.
Wait, whose name are you peeing? Mine or yours?
Your name.
It doesn't happen immediately, which is somehow more unsettling.
That's too easy. Yep.
All right, that occurs, and Eris and Discordia will remember this.
Mm-hmm.
That thing comes up on the bottom of the screen. Eris and Discordia will remember this. Then we move on.
Look at Redan and say, if some part of your anatomy start to itch, you go talk to Penny. He's got a magic stick, make it better, right?
That is not my job. I'm not. You have that spell, actually.
Of course I do. I don't want to see. No.
Anyway, so yeah, no. At the moment I was out the door, I wasn't even paying attention to whatever Guy and Rede were doing. I was just
whatever shenanigans these guys get up to.
I was just like, oh god, like I don't know why I'm so anxious whenever I am around him. I guess I'm talking to Keith.
Well, he did kind of look at you like expecting you to say something when you came in, and
I was trying to leave him alone. It's hard to know what he wants. He's very different, and I am very different from him. So it's do you talk to your patron? What's that like? I don't ever see you hanging out.
Not really. It's mostly like waves, and occasionally like I'll hear a voice and then go, okay, cool. For the longest time, I thought it was my grandpa, but
is it
the voice occasionally sounds like your grandpa, but I mean it sounds like a lot of people.
Interesting.
So but I mean like parents,
Yeah. Look, I
Have you called your mom?
Kinda. She didn't respond, and then those angels came. And honestly, I can either deal with angel murder hobo mystery, or I can deal with random guy killing all our people mystery, but I can't do both. And so like we kind of have to like commit to one of these.
I need to focus.
And because I don't want it to become a thing where we put one off and then we're about to land like, this finishing blow on one and the other one comes around the corner and then we're all dead. Oh,
maybe we can like divide and conquer. Like you can focus on one of them, and I can keep an eye out for the other.
I just give Keith this wide-eyed look. I was like, please don't leave me with one of them. We worked great together. But I'm afraid that if we divide, the balance will be off, and then God only knows what's going to happen. Plus, I am really kind of worried in a really like serious way about dividing up at all right now with these.
Oh no, yeah, no, but buddy system for sure, and probably like, yeah, especially not having like one of us three off on our own.
I mean, I'm totally
Redan
fine being
seems-
off on my own.
Redan seems fairly capable.
You think so? I think there's at least
well.
one other person in his head other than him, eh?
Oh, hello, you two.
Oh,
Well,
hi.
he showed up. I figured I'm with him, eh?
I mean, let's just be fair. I'm not a warlock, so like, I'm good. It's you three that are fucked.
Yeah, theoretically, he could go wherever, and there's nothing's going to happen to him.
Besides,
Yeah,
you
I'm-
just got
I'm
my
sure-
back.
I'm sure they don't want to kill, aiding and abetting warlock.
I sure do,
people,
buddy.
or
This place is
people that hang
shiny.
out. They don't want to kill anybody that hangs out with warlocks or supports warlocks in any way.
Or
I'm sure
used
none
to
of
be a
that happened, eh?
warlock.
I agree.
You were a warlock for a second. Don't think I forgot about that. There was like a moment in time where we had a moment. I don't know where that went or what you did. Well, I kind of know. I saw it happen on the ship. That was messed up. But still, there was a moment.
All right. So what's your next move, team?
Are we heading to Waterdeep?
I think so, eh? We got some people to talk to there.
The only thing I want to do on our way out is I want to stop by and see Linda, and without I want to be very non-intrusive, but just tell her, is there any way you have 3 copies of Dispel scrolls in your stock by chance?
It's silent for a little bit. And then she slides them under the door.
Okay. Thank you. We'll make sure they're used for the best reason.
God.
And I walk off. And I hand one to Key 3 and one to Redan, and I keep one and I look at Guy and I say, you can already do this, but just in case we get separated and someone even, and I actually get Key 3 to show I don't remember, his hold person, does it have any somatic components?
That's a good question.
Well, if it
Let's-
does, I just want her to familiarize the 3 of us or the 4 of us with it.
It has a vocal, somatic, and material.
So yeah, I'm like, just in any case any of this comes up, the moment you hear it, pull that out and use it. Like, do not, if any of us get held and we're on our own, I'm scared.
do you, Pen? Do you want an extra scroll then?
No, I'm not I'm scared, yeah, but I don't want any of us to. I mean, Redan doesn't necessarily need it, but he's good to have free as well, since Guy can already do it. So
I never thought I'd say this, but stay close to me and I will keep you all safe.
what a turnaround for all of us.
I mean, I can stop him from casting it in the first place, and if he sneak one off behind me, I can make it go away after he cast it. So,
Yeah, I suppose that makes the scroll handy, because after it's cast, I can't necessarily do anything.
yeah, if he cast it on you, you got to count on one of these guys to cast the spell to read the scroll at you, eh?
Mm-hmm. Unless you can react fast enough, but yeah. Oh dang
I
it!
can see it. It don't happen, eh?
I got Dispel. I meant to get Counterspell. Well, that's fine. We'll deal with it after the fact.
I would argue that Counterspell couldn't be a scroll because it's a reaction. Like,
Yeah,
how fast would you have to snap it out of your backpack, open it, and read it to beat somebody going? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, counterspell is pretty useless as a scroll.
Well, I tried.
Timing thing, right? So,
This might work anyway. So either way.
This works.
Right.
I mean, you just give up an action to do it, right? So,
What do you got, Redan?
Before we leave, when everyone walks out, I would like to speak to Linda for a moment.
Of course.
Linda, this may sound weird, but I can connect to your brain so we can talk. Do you remember what the person looked like? You can, if you might be able to share a memory with me so I know what he looks like. And I'm thinking of Mind Meld. I'm linking it now.
All right. All right. She attempts a mind meld with you. You kind of feel her acceptance. She doesn't open the door. And you see the man come inside, but he's wearing a thick hat. He has quite a bit of facial hair. And there's just a lot kind of obscuring what he looks like.
Okay. Okay. So whatever I can get in terms of like clothing, distinguishing features.
Certainly. The clothing looks like commoner's clothes. When he did come in, he was wearing some thick furs. He was wearing kind of a big floppy hat that you see a lot of coin counters and associates wear, like generally noble assistants have these kind of things, attendants. And he had a thick beard. It wasn't long, but it was thick and overgrown, like a kind of a scruffy beard.
Big bushy beard.
Yeah. And you can see the amulet. He was human. And he was about 5'6".
Okay. Thank you very much. And then as I'm walking out, to the best of my abilities, I would like to use the Hat of Disguise to try to get the rough image, just to gain the distinguishing features.
Yeah, you get about there. You get about to what you saw.
Okay, I'm like, okay, guys, this is what he looks like. This is the most she can remember from what he looks like.
Okay, so if we see somebody like that, be prepared.
Also, Pen, I have a question for you. You have that spell that you can send a message, correct?
I have to be relatively familiar with the person, but yes.
Okay. Is this enough?
I'm pretty sure I have to know them. I tried to do it once with who is that kid from Anir? Met him for a second. Nice kid, but anyway, I'm assuming I can't. I'll try in the back of my mind.
You need to have like a bit of familiarity with them.
Yeah, so I'll be like, it won't.
Okay, well, Pen, when we do know what he looks like, that spell has an incredible ability to fuck with people. Think about it. It's like 2 a.m. You send him a message just screaming. And every hour, you just another one. So you don't make mistakes.
I have a stick for that, and I hold up the little decrepit, withered hand wand that I have. It essentially does that without me having to lose sleep to scream at a person throughout the night. But I'll keep it in, for that.
Think about all the times that Guy has used message to put voices that were purportedly from your patron into your head to try and get you to do rude things. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. I would like to trade the compass for that later.
That is my compass. It is on a loan for a touching moment we had that is quickly deteriorating. No, I'm kidding.
I scruff his head. I'm like, I'm just fucking with you.
All right.
Feel handy under there.
So, are we going to Waterdeep now?
I think so.
Yeah, as we're heading there, I look at these. I mean, we just got to walk through the portal, I guess. But as we're heading downstairs, so I want to know about this guy. 2 things, really. Why he is killing warlocks? We got to know why he's doing it. Does he think he's freeing them? I mean, it kind of sounds like that from what is carved on the wall. Was he one, maybe? Or somebody he knows maybe was one and it don't end good. We need to find out why. That's his reason. The other thing we need to know is how the hell he's finding them. We don't glow. How he finds out they are warlocks?
There are ways to see connections, especially in the ethereal. I mean, in the ethereal, we quite literally do glow. I mean,
I
people
have giant
know.
wings.
I have eyes and chains and stuff.
So
Dan used to have a skull.
once you guys arrive at the Avalon Knights Academy Manor House in Waterdeep, you come upstairs into the main hall, and Walter is there to greet everyone. Ah, masters from the Arcane Association. Welcome back. I had set out some snacks. I had hoped you would return. Also, you have a letter.
Oh, okay. Who's it from?
I did not open it. What kind of butler would I be if I started opening the master's mail? Seriously, I'm asking.
Is it
I've
anthrax?
never had a butler before. I don't know.
Speaking
Not
of
a
how
very
good
good
a
one.
butler is he, how many beers are sitting with my lunch?
There are 2 beers.
Oh, he blew it. It's lunch. It's supposed to be 3.
Oh, no.
2 for breakfast, 3 for lunch, 4 for dinner. He's blown it. That's it. He's lost butler points.
Do you want to
Yeah, let me get a mage hand on this, and I mage hand over it and awkwardly with one hand open it away from me with it.
It is a simple folded up piece of paper,
Oh yeah, just
and it has written on it AKAAA.
Avalon Knights Academy Arcane Association. Is there
Mhm.
another
There's
A?
an extra A.
Oh, sorry. However many there needs to be. All right.
Okay. There's 3 total. One at the start, 2
Yeah,
at the
there's
end.
3 total. Yeah.
So it's us. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I was about to say hi to the letter. What does it say if I read it?
Hello. I don't get these very often. It says this.
She's one too many A's. Yeah.
Does anybody want to read it?
Oh, sorry. Well, it's so
for the audience.
I guess I can read it unless Keith, you want to.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to read our acronym. I got to see you take the wife away. It's clear you don't understand me, but I know you will catch up. You found it after I cut its strings, and I've been cutting strings all over the coast, and I shan't be stopping anytime soon. I would have cut your strings when I had the chance, but my current quarry was on the run, and I had no time to play. He thinks he can hide at the gate, but he is sorely mistaken. Maybe you will find my next success once its strings are cut. Okay, wait. Is there hair in it?
How many gates to Waterdeep are there?
There's also the gate to that place we went that one time where Cookie went.
There are multiple gates to Waterdeep. There are 2 main gates that run along the long road.
One by the sea?
Yeah, okay, I've got to ask because I mean this in the most legitimate way, but is C...
Everything in this letter is intentional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, yay, we get to do this now.
This was carefully curated, and everything in this is intentional.
Walter, did the person who delivered it look like this? And I just
Oh, I'm afraid I didn't see them, sir. I was tending to the garden out in the back.
Next time, pay more attention, please.
It was left in the mailbox, sir.
Okay.
Think about the C.
There are 2
And
sea
it's-
gates in this city.
And it's is the wrong it.
Well, enchant doesn't have an apostrophe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd like to imagine Jinja has a little monocle right now.
He's just like, oh, of course. I can see it already. He used words.
Oh boy.
We are looking for someone who can write.
Does this make me any more familiar with this person? Am I familiar enough yet?
No. What's his name?
You said it was John something on the ledger.
Yeah, I have John written down.
Yeah, okay. Well, you go ahead and you go around Waterdeep and ask for John.
Is there only one gate in the C ward? It kind of looks like it on the map. It projects out onto that little beachlet there.
Let me pull it up here. Oop. There is only one gate along the sea ward there at the very edge. There isn't another one other than the sea gates to let ships through along the Desert River.
And is there a quarry anywhere in Waterdeep?
No, there is not.
Okay. I like puzzles. I really feel like our audience is going, can we move on now? Everybody's sitting here staring at their screens.
But you guys can have this. I'm going to put it in your journals.
Yes.
That's good.
I don't want it. Yay. Creepy weirdos note added to my journal.
You do notice that once you've unfolded it, the note is written on a missing persons poster.
Oh, like it's on the back?
Yeah.
Who's the
What's on
missing
the front?
person?
Or who's on the front?
The missing person is a dwarf.
I wonder if he's another string that this fella cut.
Yeah, I'm betting we find dwarf paste somewhere, eh?
Fellow by the
Maybe
name of
somewhere.
Vandar Rustcloak.
We haven't run into the rust cloaks before, right?
No.
Is that one of the big 8 families?
Do I
No,
recognize that?
that's a more
Waterdeep?
minor name. That's not one of the prominent dwarf families for sure. That's like an Iron Eater or something like that. You just heard them around.
Right.
There's maybe like 6 of them.
Oh, the 8 fists, we've seen this image now. Are they all projecting the same height from the horizon, or are some taller than others?
It's difficult to say. You only have a description. You haven't seen it.
Okay, right. Okay, yeah.
Okay. If I can't, then I get it, and I don't want to cheap out on this. But is there a check I can make looking at this note to glean anything from it that I'm
Do it
not?
There's all kinds of stuff in there.
Do
All
an
kinds of
investigation check.
I know, but when your mind's like, okay, it has the word "C," and then there's also in the other half of your mind, there's a missing apostrophe. That means something. Oof.
Yeah, you're not able to discern a whole lot. You can see the way, the penmanship on it isn't great.
Is it big loops? Is it very clearly a serial killer?
Clearly, this is the penmanship of a serial killer. No, look, you're a scholarly person. So with that role, you know that this is somebody who is not an experienced writer. This is somebody who is either recently learned to write or is still currently learning.
Huh.
I'll share that, but I don't know how I'm sharing it because like my gut reaction is to make fun of them, but I'm not gonna make fun of someone who's trying. But they're also a murderer, so I'm salty.
Hey, Mr. Murderer, you have literacy issues.
Don't get him started. That's probably why he's a killer in the first place. I
Yeah,
used the
right.
wrong there, so kill me. So I did.
What are you gonna do? Stab me?
So I did.
And over again.
But I have to at least check who's coming with me. Body system and all. Who's coming with me to the sea gate? Eh?
I'll go.
Maybe all of us?
Yeah, we can all go.
I got to
You know.
check, eh? Even if it's, you know.
I appreciate it.
All right.
As we're walking to the sea gate, I'm going to say to Guy, do you think I need to make a fucking poster for Philip before anyone looks for him?
You want anybody else to find him but you?
I just want him found. For all I know, he's been tortured for the last 4 months.
Well, then sure, make some poster, put them up, and when we come back, you have them report to Walter if they see him, eh? We got the resources now. You might as well use them, eh?
That's a great idea.
I hear this. I'm also going to say, we could also send one of the other teams to go find him.
I've asked everyone at the fucking keep for help, and no one helps.
Not
It's like
even.
this guy just like doesn't exist or no one cares.
Does he exist?
He does to me.
He's real to me.
That's interesting thought. Mm.
All right.
I'm
Well,
actually
I mean,
just
we go. Yeah.
no. I'm just so excited for that shit to actually start happening to my character. But let's
Oh
keep
no!
going.
Look, this is get ready. This is real shit. Okay, so you are going to the gate that is on the edge of the south ward and the dock ward, or are you going to the sea ward gate?
I was going to go to this one because it's the sea ward and it's the only gate there, whereas the docks are full of gates. So that reference wouldn't make any sense.
Okay.
'Cause there's
Let me
at
go.
least 2 sea gates.
Oh yes. All right. So to get there, you have to travel along the kind of fortification walls. And so you make your way down to the castle ward through the dock ward. And there's a clear divide after you move through the dock ward and into the castle ward. There's much better places, but you guys have been here before, thwarting assassination attempts.
Thwart.
Yeah. And by and large, throughout the dock ward, it was mostly merchant ships, trade vessels, just kind of workaday boats. When you get into the castle ward in this area of the docks, most of these ships are kind of personal transports or pleasure barges or high-end ferries
Right.
that move back and forth.
And then the naval harbor.
Yeah. So as you make it to the wall, this is kind of a heavily guarded place. And so there are 2 city watch kind of protecting the entrance to this massive seawall. And what business do you have on the wall?
Pull out the little necklace with the AKA logo on it. We are here on official business, eh? We are trying to help rid your city of a terrible evil.
Searching for a missing person?
They kind of talk to each other. All right. Nice step aside.
Shit, we can do that with these things.
You guys gained a lot of ground in season 1. You have made a name for yourselves as an organization.
We
Shit,
got
I should-
Lady Silverhand on our side. We got some pull.
I should have thought about that before I gave Jinjo mine. Wah, wah.
No backsies, but you can borrow it.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too.
He's wearing it like the giant rap logo on a chain.
Yeah.
As big as his chest. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got like the chain like threaded over a couple times, so it's like stacked up like Mr. T style. Okay. All right. So there are a number of kind of watch/lighthouses along this row, and you're able to move through them all. What are you looking for?
I want to get to that gate, the sea gate itself, and see if. I mean, he sounds like he wants to show them off, so it's not like he's going to hide it. So I'm just looking for paste, I guess. Dwarf paste, probably. What the others are doing.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Why did we make me the investigator?
I don't know.
Actually, you know, it's not that bad. Never mind.
Yeah, you got +4. That's all right.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any way to track other warlocks?
I actually, yeah, I wanted to, right as I noticed he was looking around, I was going to kind of tug on his shoulder and just be like, well, since you can like pop into the ethereal now at will, you might see something we don't.
Oh,
well, I mean, I can. I mean, as you remember, though, I mean, I can tell you're a warlock, but I can't see your patron unless they make themselves visible, I think.
I'm going to look around with Eldritch Sight while they're having this discussion.
Oh.
Very well. You look around with Eldritch Sight. Some of the ships are emanating kind of a magical light from them. You imagine they're transporting magical cargo. But you don't see anything unusual up here.
Nothing's weird magical that I can see. But, I mean, the last place was kind of tucked away. Oh, shoot. I didn't think to look. Oh, balls.
I forgot about that thing I have.
Yeah. And I will, I mean, just because I will pop into the ethereal and have a look around just to see if there's any heredity. I should have done, talk about shoulda. I should have done that in the first place and see what it looks like. What it looks like when a warlock blows inside up in the astral plane.
Yeah.
Anyway, looking for disturbances in your.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, guys. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. All right. All right. So you change, and there's nothing else out here. You're all alone out here.
Oh, well, I had to check.
As he pops over, I'm looking at ships or looking for bars that might be singing shanties or related to shanty and like rocks, any puns or shit like that.
Okay. Number of different ones singing shanties. Redan, do a perception check.
Roger that.
Somebody roll over a 12 tonight. That would be nice. Nope.
Usually, probably won't be me.
Yeah, right. Somebody do something. Somebody roll a high number for me. All right. Well, that's
so he can drop his hook.
That's. You guys are just going to be floating around here forever. All right. No, that's enough. That's enough for this.
Just communally, I've had enough of you people failing.
While you're going around looking for listening to shanties and things, you hear one of the ship crew saying, "All aboard! Last call for the gate. Ferry to the gate. Baldur's Gate."
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Did you hear
Out
that?
of character. Well, okay, sure, yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that.
Guys, did you hear that? Baldur's Gate. Gate. We should go. Yeah. Fuck Philip. Let's go.
Well, I mean, if you're okay with it, for sure, let's go. I mean, it's as good as any other lead we got. What worst that could happen? We spent 3 months at sea for no reason. Eh?
Sounds great. I start running.
Do we
I
have
like
a
him. He
choice?
makes me look sane, eh? As he takes off down the street.
I don't know if we really have a choice here. Key 3.
I mean, it could be a one shot with Redan and Jinja. Whoop whoop.
And I mean, maybe that's also where the guy that Redan was looking for, because it's south.
I don't know if I know anything about Baldur's Gate. So
I don't know.
I'm
Do you?
200 yards down the street already.
You're just like. Redan has these long strides.
Is Baldur's Gate primarily dwarven in nature?
No, it's a number of different people. It's most of the civilized races that reside along the Sword Coast. So it's humans, elves, dwarves, predominantly human population.
And would we know how far it is from here? Like typical ship ride?
It is a bit of a ways away. It's only a few hours ride by ship. It's a bit longer journey on foot or by cart.
Oh, okay.
Too bad.
Well, if it's that far, then yeah, I mean, if it turned into nothing, we can always come back. I was thinking like it's on a different continent and we are for months at sea. Eh?
Yeah.
I guess this is our best bet.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a ways south.
So,
It is the only capital G gate we got. Eh?
So yeah, I guess I'm running along, just kind of with that shrug. Keith, just like.
So, are you guys going to take the ship, or are you guys gonna go another way?
I'm on the ship, or as close to on the ship as possible.
He's like, you need to get a ticket.
Yeah, I'm behind Guy because I know Guy's gonna do this, and Guy's gonna get us all on board.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we can probably just buy a ticket.
Do we need?
Where do I buy a
God,
ticket?
when did I get so
We have
immoral?
money.
How much is a ticket?
I'm running to find 4 tickets.
Look,
5 if Jinja counts.
look for 5 silver pieces, and I'll ferry you to Baldur's Gate. It's not that much.
Oh, it's not.
That's
as bad
not
as I
even
thought.
working up a good lie for. Just somebody give him the money. Eh?
So that would be like 2 gold for all of us, or is it
Oh,
5?
mon ami, you should have hold out. You should have heard the story I had prepared for you. Eh? Oh, it was a tale of woe and heroism. Eh? But 2 gold, fuck it, just pay the man.
All right, here's 2 gold.
Thank you. And now you can go on the ship.
Great.
All right.
That's
Quickly,
the most
have you
heroically
seen-
bought tickets I ever seen. Eh?
Have you seen anyone that looks like this? And I like poof.
No, nobody like that.
Are you sure? And I hold up like 5 gold.
I'm gonna
Um, I'm sure.
Okay, put the 5 gold away.
poke pen and be like, show him what the missing person.
Oh, I guess I unrolled the paper and I'm just like, have you seen this man? And then I've got the note on the wrong side. I'm like, I mean, this man.
Oh, yeah. He used to work around here.
Is he alive?
I don't know. It looks like he's missing.
You say work here, like on the dock? Like on
Yeah.
a boat? Eh?
Yeah, I used to work on one of the pleasure boats as a fortune teller. Guess he's disappeared, huh?
Ah.
We're pulling out of the bay and I'm looking back like, well, we missed one there, right? There it goes. That hint back there, oh boy.
What, do we want to stay here? Do we want to go? What's the plan?
No, we
You're
are
already-
going.
you're
The
already
ferry
sailing,
don't turn
dude.
around. Yeah.
I can swim back. I'm fine.
I was gonna say, I can imagine Redan can just like double foot jump and make it back to land.
Get on my back.
We can
David
check when we come
Hasselhoff.
back. Eh?
Yeah.
This guy
All
seemed
right.
pretty sure by the time we get there, it's only going to be more jam anyway. Eh?
Do we know who we're looking for in Baldur's Gate?
His quarry. So we
Damn
should
it,
probably.
we always do this.
Aren't we looking for his quarry, the person on the run?
We're looking
I mean,
for
we're-
that guy or the other
Aren't we
guy.
looking for Van Dor?
Maybe.
mean, we
What's
can-
the poster?
We can just start walking around asking if people know of like fortune tellers or people that do weird shit.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll get lucky.
Oh, plans are
To
good.
be honest, we're a ways behind. We probably ask if there's been any really grisly murders lately.
Oh, yeah, we're missing people.
At the very least, missing people, yeah, who might have a sort of a magical inkling, say.
How big is Baldur? And I'm asking the other three. I'm like, how big is Baldur's Gate? I don't think I've ever been there, and if I did, it's one of those blocked memories that I can't quite poke.
It's big.
How
It's a
much
city,
do I
yeah.
know of Baldur's Gate?
Why don't you do a history check, and I'll tell you how much you know about Baldur's Gate.
Damn it!
I got a 12 when I did one a minute ago for it.
I need
didn't.
somebody to roll high numbers today, people.
I have a plan for when we get there, but
you got a 12. Was that your roll?
that
Pen?
was what I rolled
That was-
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
for it.
well,
I
you
got a
could-
10.
You could do another one specifically about Baldur's Gate.
To be fair, that's what I did it for when we were talking about it. I just didn't say it because we never acknowledge it. But I will roll again if you'd like. If you're
Sure.
hoping I get something better. Hey, I've been to Baldur's Gate. Weird how I forgot about that.
Okay, so you know about Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is one of the 3 largest cities in the Sword Coast. It is a city-state, so it's somewhat separated from the politics of the rest of the place. The leaders of the Baldur's Gate are still part of the Lord's Alliance. However, due to the lack of connecting roads and really just one harbor, they tend to be separated from most of the goings-on in Waterdeep and in Neverwinter. It has a population of between 86,000 and 115,000, and has a wealthy upper city, not so wealthy lower city, and a poverty and farm-stricken outer city. It's also surrounding a large kind of mountainous hillside known as the Dust Hawk Hill. There's usually some mining and things going on in there. And that's what you know about Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, so you just see me get really quiet as I'm thinking, and I'm like, oh god. Baldur's Gate's so big.
It is a big place.
It's so big, y'all.
Any organization there we recognize, eh?
They have, like, they're members of the Lord's Alliance, but they're just kind of like they're their own doodad. They do their own thing. Like, it's.
But at least we know kind of basically the sort of how they approach the world, eh? If they are part of Lord's Alliance, they are, law-abiding and kind of.
Is there a quarry?
It's mostly law-abiding. Baldur's Gate has a bit of a reputation as kind of a pirate den in a lot of places as well, particularly in the lower city.
Did Keith3 ask if there was a quarry?
Yeah.
Well, as a coincidence, the Greyhawk Mountains is a mountain of granite.
See, guys,
There it
this was a
is.
great choice. Always go with your instinct.
Yep. This is why you run down streets and leap on ships. This is the good shit that happens when you don't think before you act.
See, Gee gets it. Gee gets it.
Okay, well, a point of note here. I have a question.
Sure.
In your universe, do demons do they feed on negative emotions? Are they drawn to it, like fear and hate and such?
Well, that's interesting. Because there are many different types of demons.
With my background being what it is,
Okay.
and knowing the things I used to do, I was around them. I speak one of their languages, so
Right.
I have a little bit of know-how, but I don't. But me, player, does not.
Some demons, and in fact some devils, are drawn to negative emotions. Mostly because they can kind of utilize and manipulate people in those states.
There's no chance that like the cute cuddly quasits are one of them, is there?
Probably not.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the others, and like I flip in my book, and you just see like a big pentagram in there, and I'm just like, so I haven't done this in a long time, and like it's not my favorite thing to do. I used to know a spell, and it looks like I can do it better now, from what I've been researching. But I might be able to like bring out something that in itself is inherently evil, but like could lead us to maybe someone who was either full of hate or like really afraid and scared once we get closer. But I don't exactly know how well to keep them on a leash unless you like know their names or stuff. And like looking at it, you know what it is. If you're looking at my book, like it's very clearly like demons.
I look over at Key3. So how you put it, plan B?
Yeah.
This
I
sounds
mean-
exciting. I'm with Penn.
It's not my go-to thing, but we don't have anything to go on at all.
Well,
I
we're
mean, if
not
I'm-
even there yet. We don't investigate nothing. We're not even there.
We're looking for a needle in an ocean when we get there. The population alone.
We are
is-
going to one mountain to look for a hole that the person has dug that got dwarf jam in it somewhere. That's not that hard.
That is not a lot of hope.
I'm looking at the poster that Penn had and thinking about him, looking at the compass behind my back. Anything?
Okay. No, the compass isn't moving.
No, this guy's jam for sure. I hold the compass out.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Nah, this dude's jam.
We really look. I don't think we know like how well that thing works on random people.
I
Have you-
mean,
We don't
There's
know
ro-
this guy.
it was right about the last one. There's a picture right here, and I have his name. Like, I don't know.
I think he's probably right. I think he's probably jam. We are investigating. Eh? This guy, he wants to leave us hint. Look at the note. Eh? He wants us to follow him.
I
He
don't.
thinks he's smarter than us. He thinks he's leading us on the whole trip. Eh?
It is if you're right, is he not correct? If the guy's already jam, and we're going to where he made the jam with the letter that says, "Hey, maybe you'll find this jam I made for you."
Yes.
Aren't we just falling into that? If
Yes,
that's
we
the
are
case?
going to where he's probably going to leave us the next clue. Eh? He wants us to follow him.
I hope there's
We
a
also
jam
Like a
might be
store
sick
on the
walking
Easter
way.
egg hunt. Eh?
We
Oh.
also might be walking into a trap.
Oh, almost certainly. Eh?
That also sounds fun.
You have an odd sense of fun.
I mean, he's probably the only one I'm not that worried about because, like, I literally think he could flex out of anything. Look at this man, and I'm just like squeezing his arm.
Seems somewhat unnecessary, but sure.
Oh.
What else are we
look,
going to do? Eh?
fan fiction writers, start your quills.
See, I'm thinking more of the meme where I'm just like slapping his arm, and I'm just like, this bad boy could fit so much rage.
His bad boy could fit so much melee damage in it. Okay.
I have a request.
Yes.
When we're looking for him, can we try to find a jam store? I'm hungry.
I was thinking a similar, like, I really now have a craving for toast with some, like, strawberry jam.
I like raspberry.
Was that a person or was
That was Ginger.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Is Ginger full
I
of
could
jam?
really go for a cookie.
No, Ginger is not full of jam.
No,
Uh,
he's not that kind of gingerbread man.
No.
He's a gingerbread golem.
Yeah.
So let me get
All
this
right.
straight real quick. Talking about a dead person splattered all over the wall made you hungry for jam.
Yep.
But necromancy's
was
still
you.
bad.
keep talking about jam over and over and over?
What?
It's
Because
just a word. Just a
that's
word.
where we've landed on this. Because I was like, man, that's gross. We shouldn't call it that. And then everybody was like, it's jam. Let's just.
To clarify, I've never said necromancy is bad. I've actually gotten you so many bodies. It's not.
Oh
even
yeah,
funny.
you're full fledged. You're almost worrisomely in on this. So we're good.
Oh,
But I mean,
lovely.
we got no other leads on this, eh?
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying I just say this is, it's probably a trap. We're probably doing it. So we
No,
should
it
be
is
like,
certainly a trap. Eh?
But if we know it's a trap, we can be prepared. And
This
know.
is almost
I've-
exactly what we were planning on doing with Black Wind. Eh? Let him lead us until we catch him. Eh?
I would
but-
rather know I'm walking into a trap than not know I'm walking into a trap.
And I agree. I'm just saying, I feel like these are the things that people say right before they walk into traps. And then,
Only in the bad plays. Eh? In the real life, they win.
This is trap talk.
okay,
This is textbook trap talk.
Look,
Start to finish.
I'm gonna slough off critical pen. I'm gonna put on my happy sweater, and I'm gonna be enthusiastic about it. We're gonna save the guy. He's not dead. This isn't a trap, this guy's just misunderstood, and he'll apologize, and we won't have to kill him, or we will
The,
kill
the
him.
Someone to draw
enthusiastic
a
sweater,
pen
is
and a
that the pink
happy-
one that says bad bitch on it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pull on my bad bitch sweater. That's how you know it's real.
I love it. I love every part of it. These so much fun. I love my life right now. Okay.
Seriously, yeah, a little bit. Maybe later. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, it's a couple hours. It's getting close to nighttime by the time you start to arrive in Baldur's Gate. And just give me a moment to pull up the map.
Big
as soon
city in the
as-
dark. Oh, good.
Yeah, of
This
course.
couldn't go wrong.
What other time of day would there be for you?
I love
Have you
the
seen how
night.
many brothels there are in this city?
Tons. So let me just expand this out a little bit for the width.
Well,
So
here's
the boat
best
you're
part.
on.
Had
Oh.
never got to the city of the dead in Waterdeep.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, wait, no, I got there during the day, just not at night. Because
Oh,
that's where I
okay.
made my call, and before I had
Right.
to go
Right.
for your
That's-
angel house call.
That's where I
Right.
made the call before shit went
Right.
off the chain.
That was a whole different season, whole different semester.
Yep. All right. So it just so happens that this ship is docking in the Brampton section of Waterdeep, or sorry, Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
And I've got this handy dandy labeled map here.
Color coded and everything.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at the good shit I brought out for this season. Okay.
Impressive. Wow. Full ass DM.
I can't
Absolutely.
take credit, but I did find it.
You found it. That's counts for something.
Yeah, that's a thing I did. All right. So you are able to disembark onto the docks in the Brampton area. And there aren't any inns in the Brampton area. You'd have to go to either Eastway or Tumbletown.
Hey, Pen, look up on the hill on the top of that cliff, eh? There's a cemetery, eh? It's right there.
Are we
Right
like going
above
to
us.
dig up bodies or something?
I mean,
No,
we could,
maybe-
but I don't
maybe
think
not.
we should.
He's a
Yeah.
necrophiliac. I mean, a necromancer.
I don't take bodies that are buried and like properly so. That's rude.
Why? They're
Well,
dead.
Because it might upset somebody. Unless I talk to the person, but I haven't gotten to the point where I could do that yet. It's gonna be.
Well, you did in the ethereal. You had a nice long talk.
Oh yeah. Until that point, though. But where are you pointing?
It's just off to the side over here. I just saw Cliffside Cemetery. It's up on the hill above the Tumble Down, which I'm assuming is like a The poorer part of town.
Do you fall down?
Yes, it's
into
also
your-
it's also the mining and kind of quarry area.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to go there tomorrow.
What is Blackgate?
Blackgate is the poorer outer city area. It's kind of a harsh place, but it's farming, merchants.
Oh boy.
It's also a bit of ways away from you guys where you guys disembarked.
Yeah, it's a long way away.
Well,
The-
if we're heading to the quarries and stuff, do we want to stay in Tumbledown?
It sounds cute. Like it sounds like a pleasant place. Plus, there is a
Sounds
cemetery.
like it's falling down.
Yeah, personally, I think if we are heading there tomorrow, I would like to spend tonight in a very nice hotel, eh?
What in Brampton? You want to stay in Brampton?
Well, no, we go,
No,
we go
it's
north
this
from
way.
here. There's several. Oh, look, a tavern here on the map.
Yeah, the Elf Song Tavern is the closest, nicest place that you can stay.
There's a Hall of Wonders. I gotta stop looking at his map.
I have to stop giving you guys things to read and look at.
There's so many things. Anyway, okay, so yeah, I don't know. I'm positive, Penn. Wherever we go, I'm going at this point. I'm just like, yay, cool. Other than Brampton.
Okay.
Pretty sure he gets
So
Brampton. It's a very nice city.
While
Outside of Toronto.
while we're here, if we could do a little bit of shopping, just a little bit, I promise, just like 2 places.
Oh God.
I'll pay for the hotel room if we can go
Okay.
shopping. Just 2 places. Okay?
I'll pay for the hotel room if you pay for the shopping.
most of the shops are closed at this point.
Mhm.
You'd have to wait till the morning.
I'm okay.
Not the one Guy's interested in. I see you guys in the morning, and you guys are staying here?
Buddy system.
Oh,
You
no,
probably
have a
don't
buddy.
want to be my buddy for the next couple of hours, eh?
No. But
Where's he
Who's gonna-
going?
He's going to have
I
relations.
am going to
with
find a house of
strangers.
ill repute,
Yeah, that.
and then I'm going to repute and repute and repute, eh?
Redan, are you into that scene?
No.
I look at Whisper on my shoulder and I'm just like, I don't want to ask you to do this, but like, I also don't want him alone.
Oh,
You
you're gonna
like-
send your cat to
you-
watch me?
I don't know.
Ugh.
She can curl up in a corner somewhere. This is your fault. You ran off.
or Pen, you can just send him a message every now and then just to be like, hey, everything good. If we don't hear from you, we're gonna come check in. So please reply.
Oh, this is such a bad idea. We just said not to do this, and it's night, and we're doing it.
It's not like I'm going to be alone, eh?
I'm sending Whisper with him regardless. I'm like, just don't look at him. Just go find. You can sit outside the door. Just
Okay.
kind of be around.
Great. Now I have to find a pet-friendly brothel.
Yeah, well,
Oh, geez.
Brought my cat. See me avoiding the obvious joke there? I did.
Just,
I did.
Yeah, no, it's
find a
fine.
place that allows tabaxis.
Yeah, there you go. Ooh, tabaxi. All right. So yeah, I'm off.
All right.
No, I'm on a mission.
yeah. And to Whisper, I'm just like, keep a wide berth.
Okay. So there's no officially listed brothels, so I'm just going to make one up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
I just start asking people as I'm walking down the street.
There's a brothel that you are referred to called the Blushing Unicorn.
I love it. Yep, I'm off to the Blushing Unicorn.
Okay. So that's what Guy's doing with his night, and we'll get to those consequences later.
I have cure STD, and it's carved into my body, so I'm all good.
We'll get to those con saves later.
Is everyone else? So you guys gonna go stay at the Elf Song Tavern?
Yeah, I think so. I would have told this to Guy before he left, just so he knows where to find us in the morning.
Oh, for sure.
I did say you guys are staying here, right? So
Yeah, I guess I'm just poring over. I'll be there poring over like a map of the city and then like reviewing my demon plan and getting that airtight. But I guess one question is there a place in Baldur's Gate called Baldur's Gate? Because on the map there is specifically a spot that says Baldur's Gate.
There's also a sea gate.
Yeah, there's a lot of gates.
Well, there's one next to
there's
the
a basilisk gate, a cliff gate.
Here, I'll ping it. I think, yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, so that is the Baldur's Gate, but it separates the upper city from the lower city.
Interesting. Oh, they do have a lot of gates.
yeah, it's actually those two little red dots right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fancy. Wizards really thought this one out.
Oh, look, this stuff goes deep, all right, guys? Like this, there's multiple books around this town.
This lore has been around for a long time.
Oh yeah,
this is a very lot of stuff accreted to it over the years.
This is the old shit.
Has this been around longer than the devastating crack of the earth that we got so much mileage out of in that one episode?
Very close.
Close. I mean, I think the crack happened rather recently. Anyways, we can't get into this. It's going to take up the whole damn show. Okay. All right.
And you're sure High House of Wonders isn't a brothel, right?
I'm certain. I checked it out, and it is not. At least not currently.
No, it's a cannabis warehouse, obviously.
Yeah, clearly. All right. So, for those going to the Elf Song Tavern, you are greeted by Eliath Elendara, who is the primary proprietor of the establishment. And she's happy enough to grant you a room for the evening. You notice immediately when you get in, there is the corpse of a beholder that is hung up above the fireplace with various strings and chains attached to its eye stalks.
I'm gonna go touch it. Is it like squishy?
It's pretty hardened at this point. Like it's been there for quite a long time. There's multiple signs like "Look with your eyes."
Oh, whoops!
Do not climb beholder.
Just,
like you see in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles, I want to memorize this thing. Like,
okay, you want to memorize this beholder?
Yes, like
okay.
Literally everything.
All right. Very well. So she can set you up with a room. No problem at all. Are you just going to stay the night?
I'm going to ask her if she's seen Bandar or knows of Bandar Restcloak.
I haven't heard of him.
Okay. Any people go missing?
Lots of people go missing. Sometimes they tumble into the sea or kidnapped by pirates or picked up by the Flaming Fist.
But not like a sudden uptick in missing.
More than usual, I don't think.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Are we just gonna skim right past that last bit? What is the flame? Who? What?
Oh, I don't allow them in here. They're a mercenary organization. They're big into elementals. Is their whole deal. They've got some kooky philosophies. I don't like to have them in here.
Did they have an emblem of sorts? Maybe like a bunch of fists raised at a sunrise or something?
Just one fist on fire, emblazoned on a coat of arms.
Okay. Interesting. Ooh, Keithru, they have a shrine of suffering in town.
Why?
Do you
of all people? The
Pray
eternally
for
sunny Q3.
suffering?
Yeah.
Why do
How
you
does
do
that work?
I don't know. Look, I've never been here, okay? I've only read about it in my textbooks. Like, so there's a lot of things I've wanted to know about. Like, what is that? Because why would they have that? And why would it be on the map, on the tourist map? I mean, really?
guess-
Why would they tell us to go there? It's probably got cake.
I mean,
It's next to a sundry shop.
so I guess you can get your sundries, and then, or it's the like you've suffered and now you get a treat. It's like when your folks have bad news, so they take you out for ice cream first. Tell you that your cat died.
You learn to hate ice cream. How does this...
You are, yeah, I'm sorry. Awkward now. I'm gonna go. Just walk over to the beholder.
All right, going over to the beholder.
Yeah, this is just to get away from that awkwardness that I imposed on that conversation.
Got
and
it.
I'm just to Redan, who when I'm looking, I'm like, how barbaric. That's not a pun. Well, I don't know. I mean, why this is probably an individual at some point. I assume. I don't know. I know they can be weird and angsty, but like
That is the insignia of the Flaming Fist I just showed to you guys.
oh,
Okay.
So
not what we're thinking.
probably not people that you want to hang around with. Is the advice given to you here?
You might want to hang out with them, but
I get that it's could be barbaric, but it's also a great learning opportunity. When are you going to get to see one of these this close?
I guess that's true. I was never fond of dissection, ironically enough.
Do you want to pop this bad boy open?
I don't think we should. See that sign? The one thing I'm good at is reading.
I mean,
And that one, and that one, and that one.
I can try to buy it.
For what reason, though? Would we? Oh, I mean, we could reanimate it potentially.
Can you do that?
Maybe. I mean, it's a little different than a person. I might have to look some things up and cross-reference, but I mean, maybe.
Okay. You figure that shit out, and I promise you, if you can do that, I will buy this thing.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll get on that. An undead beholder. I'm just mumbling as I walk.
The sick
I walk
part
away
is
from
a
Ben.
stat block exists already.
I'm going.
What are you doing?
Walk up to the innkeeper, and I'm going to ask her if there is a really high-end wine store and a magic store around here.
There's a couple high-end shops around, a couple magic shops. Not so much wine around here. We're more into ale in these parts. Wine's more of a water-deep, never-winter drink.
Anything like touristy, alcohol-y around here?
There's a couple different local ales.
I'll have to pass.
Okay.
But magic shops. Can you hook me up? Can you point me in directions? Are any open now?
Oh, absolutely. There's the Blade and Stars, Sorceress Sundries. Those are the closest ones.
Okay. And I rush off, and I'm like, hey, who wants to go shopping quick? Hey?
Well, they'd be closed at this time of night.
Oh, God damn it. What time are they open in the morning?
They usually open around dawn, whenever the proprietors crawl out of bed, really.
Who am I waking up at dawn to go shopping? Figure this shit out now.
I do like shopping at dawn.
We can both go and, drag Guy along, and hopefully he's not too hungover.
I can just throw him over my shoulder. He can sleep.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, do you know, I mean, I almost died, and he carried me out of a cave. It was pretty good.
To be fair. Yeah, it's all good.
So eventually you guys settle into Elf Song Tavern for the night. On this night, no ghostly elven singing is heard.
Oh,
Ha ha ha. I'm dropping shit. Okay.
in the silence, you hear a
Meanwhile,
distant moaning.
Guy.
Yeah.
Guy moves through the streets looking for the brothel. And he eventually makes his way to the Blushing Unicorn. And he steps inside. And the person who was following Guy walks past the Blushing Unicorn, looks to the side, and pulls out a piece of paper, and puts it away, and he continues down the street through the night.
Yep. That works. That works perfectly. Because my plan is to hire two. And one watches the window, one watches the door, and I sit in the corner and nothing else happens.
Oh, Guy was so ready.
I'm not dragging my friends into this. This is not their fight. This was absolutely trying to get jumped.
All right.
What does the cat think about that?
Yeah.
Well, Whisper's going to need to do a perception check.
Oh, I don't have that stat block. I used to.
I just roll a d20 and figure out approximately.
All right, let's do that then. And boop.
She's a plus something, right? I mean,
Yeah, I could tell you literally in but a moment, but yeah, it's a 17. God, I haven't used my cat in so long. These notes are like all the way at the back, if they're even in
plus
here.
3, I want to say.
For a cat. Okay, I don't know. How about just a 17 plus
All right.
whatever you want to
We'll give him +2. Why not?
Fair enough.
So Whisper sees this person tailing way back behind Guy, and then pausing outside the Blushing Unicorn, and then continuing along their way. What Whisper doesn't see is the 4 angels that land on the roof. And we're going to take a break right there.
Oh, bring it, bring it, bring it.
Who's going to get to kill Guy after all? I don't know. We'll have to find out when we come back. In the meantime, we'll be, doing a 20-minute break as always. But we also want to make sure, when we reach 1,500 followers, we'll be doing an extra special giveaway. That's right. You could be severing pacts of your own if you win the Obsidian Soul Sever. We'll have one from our friends over at Forged Foam to give away, and we'll be doing that when we reach 1,500 followers. And we might get a whole bunch of new friends in very soon, because what's happening towards the end of the month, Puck?
Well, on the 22nd, we are doing just a little game with a couple friends who are named Dingo Doodles and Joe Cat and Felix, who is the mastermind behind the curtain of the Fool's Gold campaign, of which you've heard so much. And I think Penn will be there too, and we're going to play an evil game. We're going to play an evil campaign, one-shot of my own devising. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely tune into that. It's going to be kind of a big deal.
Good. It'll be a good time. Also, if you're thinking of going to Gen Con, come over and join our Discord to get news. We're going to be several of us at least going there, and they might be doing a bit of some sort of a thing that you would want to know about. So be sure to follow us on Discord, follow our Twitter, and all those things.
We may do a thing at Gen Con. We'll likely do a couple things, converting oxygen into carbon dioxide, walking.
Getting arrested.
I said,
hopefully just the first two.
all right. So we'll be back after the break. Sit tight, or actually, don't get up. Take a break. We'll be back in 20 minutes. All right. So I'm just going over some paperwork here before we get into this. Guy, real
Hello.
quick, did you sign did you check the box for extended service with the key?
I did not. No, that box has remained very firmly unchecked. When I die, I am retiring.
All right. Well, let's all say goodbye to
His
Guy.
official position. Yeah.
say your farewells to Guy. It was nice knowing him.
It's only 4 Angel hit squad. This is not an issue.
We'll call your funeral Guy Pride Day.
Boo! All right.
All right.
Welcome back. When last we left our heroes, 3 of them were sleeping peacefully in an inn like sane people.
2.
Sorry, 2 were sleeping peacefully in an inn. The other one was,
Oh,
I
we had
imagine,
no sound. Apparently.
Oh,
There we go.
I got it
There we
back.
go.
I think they just missed by horrible jokes.
oh, okay. Well, there we go. That's fine. Okay. So, when last we left our heroes,
I'm new to puns. Give me a break.
Guy was out in a terrible situation while everyone else was either sleeping peacefully in the inn or bartering frivolously to purchase a landmark.
Not yet.
What?
Just sitting at the door watching it. No sleep, just watching the door.
Just like, just in case anybody shows up. All right. So.
And I have set a trap. It wasn't smart, but I have set a trap.
You have set a kind of trap.
Yeah. As to who the victim of said trap is remains to be seen.
This does remain to be seen. Okay. So, Guy,
Yes.
you have your guards stationed,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just watching the door all night?
They're watching the window and the door. I'm basically watching them. And the instruction is, as soon as you see or hear anything, tell me and get out.
Okay. Are you having anything to eat or drink?
Just my flask.
Just your flask?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And Guy Boutamps is...
Looks so weirdly serious sitting in this corner. Hand
Yeah.
on the new mace, sort of fingers tapping against the gold ball, just waiting.
Ooh. All right. So the night drags for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that build up to the point where you pretty much want you reach a certain point where you almost want something to happen.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And it's frustratingly silent.
Mm-hmm.
And how is this starting to manifest with you?
The urge is to get up and move around,
Right.
but that would defeat the purpose. So I get the 2 of them to get on the bed and start to make noises, sexy noises, and I am going to stand up but stay in the corner near the door. And I'm
Okay.
actually going to take the Sunforger out. Just pull it up from its sheath and actually hold the handle. And
Right.
wait.
You're going to prepare it.
Yeah.
All right. So, now that you've got that out, where's all my spells? Don't mind me. I'm not doing a thing.
Nope.
Of course not. All right. So you have the spell forger out, and after a while, let me roll for them. Yeah, no, they don't save. All right. One of the girls stops jumping.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of sits on the bed. How long are you going to wait?
As soon as she stops moving, I pull out the scroll and I read the detect good and evil. I want to know where the Celestials are.
Okay.
Anything within 60 feet of me, I believe.
Ooh, within 60 feet. Okay. All right. You detect lawful good celestials on the roof above you.
Okay. Out the door, looking for stairs going up. These people have done their job. They're not coming free. I'm going to them. So out into the hallway, looking for stairs going up.
All right. Step out into the hallway. It's vacant. Everybody else is in their rooms.
Yep.
There is a stairway that leads up to an upper balcony.
Okay. I pull the robe of stars tightly around me, mutter a little prayer to Eris and Discordia, stand up brave and tall in my ex-military uniform, adjust my hat, take my royal weapon and walk up the stairs and boot the door open and make a fucking entrance out onto the roof.
Okay, then. You make your entrance. Guy, roll initiative for me.
Oh, yeah. That's not so bad.
All right. Give me one moment. Okay. That's about to be a bad time. And 4 and 4. Okay. 2 go first.
Okay.
As soon as you're out the gate, one dives down, beating its wings, and with two-handed, swings its longsword.
Okay.
And swings longsword twice at you. Oh, sorry. That was
First
my
one missed.
bad. Yeah. First one missed. Second one's hits.
Yep.
And the damage, 6 slashing and 16 radiant.
I think, am I resistant to radiant? Yep, so I only take half of that. So 8 and 6, so I take 14.
Okay. All right. That is struggle. Okay, and then the next one comes down. And this one comes at you with a two-handed longsword swing as well. And
Yep.
it makes 2 attacks. 1,
That just hits. And
2.
That misses.
Okay. That's 10 slashing and 21 fire or
that's
radiant. So she's
22.
gonna go with fire on you.
Oh, okay. So that is 31. Okay.
They have a dossier on you.
Yep. Fair enough. I mean, they know I'm an angel, right?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
That's why this one has the fire. All right. And that's those two gone. Now it's your turn.
Okay. I said I had the Sunforger in my hand. I toss it up in the air and hurl myself backwards down the stairs.
Okay.
So it goes up, comes
Right.
back down, hits the ground, and explodes.
Right. It does the explosion attack.
Yeah. Which is 6d6.
Okay.
25 fire damage
25 fire damage.
to everybody within 20 feet.
Right. And they get a save.
Yep.
What was the save DC on that one?
It's going to be 15. I just want to check and see what the whoops. It is a dex save. Yeah. Dex save DC 15.
Okay. One of them saves. I imagine it was half damage then.
Yep. So half damage to one. So one takes 12, the other one takes 13. Or the other one
Okay.
takes the full 25, sorry.
Okay. All right. So that bursts and your mace rematerializes in your hand.
Yep.
As you go down the stairs, two more burst through the windows.
Yep.
And they come flying at you, beating their wings, and long swords swing. One
That definitely hit.
for that much damage.
Okay.
And
so that's
two.
6, that's 15. Well, the second one's hitting the body. So so it's another 30 plus it's a critical hit. So that's two death saves. Yep.
That's not critical. It's not red.
No, because I'm unconscious. The first one knocked me unconscious.
Oh, it knocked you unconscious. So that's two
Yep.
death saves.
Yep.
All right. So at the end of initiative, Guy,
Yep.
as you tumble down the stairs in blackness,
Yep.
the last thing you hear is a third shattering of glass. And then everything fades out.
Yep.
All right.
Did my cat hear all that happening? Because I could do something if I can. If she woke me up and told me about it.
Yeah, Whisper comes back.
No, don't come back. Don't tell me in my mind. Don't come back.
Okay. Whisper tells you in your mind, 4 angels just attacked Guy.
Can she get to him? Like, can she just touch him?
That's your response?
Well, I mean, I am assuming she said he's unconscious.
No, she just said that she saw 3 angels.
Oh, well, I guess I'm waking
So
up.
4 angels go after. She saw 4 angels go after him after he went inside the blushing unicorn.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'm waking up. Are we all in the same room?
Yeah, I imagine you guys only got one room.
Okay, so yeah, that's me. I get up, I tap wherever they are. I tap Q3 on the shoulder. I take Handy and throw him on Radan's face, and I'm like, "Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go, dude, Kevin. I mean, who the fuck is Kevin?" And I'm just running out the door with my tome in my hand, all a hat, all a cock, and that kind of thing.
Keith,
And
they're
yeah.
just like, okay, grabs her sword, is like in like PJs, and goes running after her.
Yep, I was ready for this.
All right. So you guys rush out.
And I'm just going to be constantly like trying to like mentally yell for Guy.
I'm staring at the compass while I'm running, thinking of Guy.
I'm checking in with Whisper, telling her to keep track of Guy.
Okay.
Do you want a third death save from Guy?
No. We'll get to Guy in a bit.
Good.
So,
I honestly can't tell what kind of music I'm supposed to have on right here.
everyone, as you rush out, you tell Whisper to try and check on Guy. Outside of the blushing unicorn, Whisper uses her cat-like agility to crawl up the side of the building and jump in gingerly through a broken glass window. Whisper sees a dead angel on the ground. And no Guy.
Does the compass have any directionality to
The
it?
compass is spinning.
I think Guy's being turned into jam.
That's not what I want to hear.
It's just as you're running down the street in the night.
Where? I'm just asking. I don't even.
So, you're gonna give everybody a heart attack, you son of a bitch.
No. This trap is multiple layers deep. This had to happen. I can't
All
fight
right.
4 angels and win. That was.
Yeah, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Okay,
This is just cheaper than the ship ride home.
so you guys make it to the blushing unicorn. Everybody, it's pandemonium. People are freaking out.
Yeah, the roof blew up.
The roof blew up. There's a bunch of broken windows. People are talking about how they saw angels with blazing swords. And there is a dead angel in a stairway leading to a rooftop balcony.
I want to look around with Eldritch Sight.
Okay.
I'm looking for a sword on the ground.
There is a sword on the ground where the angel is dead.
I want that.
Okay.
And he's
One more-
definitely dead.
One more Boros sword for Redan. He appears very dead. You can do an examination if you like. Eldritch Sight. With Eldritch Sight, you can see not any magic that's around currently, but you do see the remnants of some kind of teleportation. Like you can still see the kind of mending tears in reality that a teleportation would leave behind.
I'll point that out to Penn.
You don't think you could? I mean, I know Dimension Door, but that wouldn't. You don't think you could slice it open, do you? Or is that only? You think it'll only take you to the fire plane?
I think it'll only take me to the fire plane, but I can try. And I'm gonna look at my sword and be like, "Take me to where Guy is." Cut through the air.
This is kind of embarrassing. the duelist companion's back just speaks to you in your head. This is kind of embarrassing. I mean, I wish I could do it again. I really do.
No, I figured it was a long shot, but worth it just in case, another trick in your bag. Okay, all right, nope.
So, are we examining this body? You got a 7 on medicine. That helps you determine that they are dead.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and try to cast Spare the Dying regardless, and it won't work, but I'm still trying.
It will not work. They were on their front. They were on their stomach. As you examine them, though, And Radan, as you turn them over looking for more weapons.
I'm happy we have this bond.
You notice there is a dagger sticking out of this angel. And from where the dagger is sticking out, there are thick black veins moving all across its body, going up its neck and into its eyes. And its eyes are completely black.
I'm taking the dagger and squishing the head up.
So now this brothel has a barbarian mutilating the corpse of an angel upstairs.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't. What are you doing?
Is that necrotic?
Do you want this thing coming back to life? Because I don't.
Is it necrotic?
It's dead.
It's
Yeah,
not necrotic. And in fact, Key 3, this is infernal.
The dagger?
The affliction on this angel. This is bad infernal. Whatever mojo was on this dagger, it is the strongest infernal presence you have ever felt.
Fuck.
I'm writing down one infernal dagger. And I will be stabbing with myself at that later.
Oh God. Okay. There's nothing I can say to stop you.
As I'm squishing up the brains, I'm just like, so does it seem like a bad idea now?
Yes.
I'm
It's still a bad idea.
I'm going to where Key 3 pointed out that rip, and I'm just gonna try to like MacGyver it. I'm gonna take my dimension door spell and be like, this shouldn't work, but maybe if you bend it this way and change the component, like, and I sub something out and try to just pull open what's already there with it and see if I could do that.
Nope. Well, actually, no. Do an Arcana check. I will make it fail. All right. Give me an Arcana check. If you do remarkably well, we can make something happen out of this. But nobody can roll over fucking 10 today.
Oh.
This is the last time I let anybody go off on their own.
Oh, fine.
On the bright side, if Guy lives, he might be slightly more prone to listen to you when you suggest a buddy system in the future.
You are
Although no, he's not,
Richard
'cause
right
this is- he
now.
did all
You
this
have
to
no
get-
right to talk. We're so
I'm unconscious
mad
in
at
a
you.
place because I'm too fucking proud to ask my friends for help. That's why Guy is where he is right now.
Oh my God. And I just take my little dagger out of my pocket and I stab the angel. And for a moment, you think I'm just gone crazy and I look like Radan, but I've just scooped out some blood and I'm drawing a circle on the ground and I'm doing a bunch of stuff. And then all of a sudden, you just hear me speaking infernal for a second. And I like gesture for you two to step inside the circle I'm standing in.
I'll step into the circle.
Radan.
I pull half of the angel body into the circle.
I don't care about that.
This
Fine.
is scientific. He wants to know what will happen.
You'll
I'm
be
glad
fine.
we understand each other.
You'll be fine regardless. So here we go. And I am summoning Greater Demon. And I'm
Okay.
summoning, I guess,
Oh,
a
this is how
shadow.
the rest of you died. Holy shit.
What?
I'm loving where this is going.
We're in a circle. Just bear with me.
Hey, greater demon, all you can eat buffet right now.
So what happened to the blushing unicorn? Oh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
It was a massacre. Okay, so you summon a shadow demon.
You can D&D as much as you want.
Well, we're
Okay.
in,
Might just
we're in
have,
the
yeah.
circle, so we're fine, except maybe Radan, but he's fine regardless.
I'm in
Okay.
the circle. Don't worry. I just brought half the body.
Right. The shadow demon looks at the angel that is on the ground and immediately begins to consume portions of it.
Ah.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? I say in Infernal.
This is acceptable.
That's great.
You should summon me for this more often.
And I will. You and I are going to be great friends, I'm sure of it. But can you open that? And I point and gesture.
There are many lives here to consume.
You're not listening, and I summoned you here, and I will unsummon you, and you will not get to eat the rest of this.
Very well. What do you want?
Open that, and I gesture at the what is left of a portal.
This is beyond my power.
What are you good for then? Why did I study this?
I am for killing.
Can you find the other ones like this and kill them?
There are more angels to destroy.
Yes, through that door probably that you can open.
It is not a door. It is the remaining scar of a teleportation.
Can you go through it?
No.
And I just kind of collapse in the circle.
Just on
I wait
on
for
the
to-
angel body.
Just kind of push it out.
I imagine the madam of the brothel is at this point screaming and yelling, "Who's gonna pay for all this?"
No, look, the whole place is fucking pandemonium. It's just Jinja is sitting on Radan's shoulder, wide-eyed at what is happening here. And it's just like a long silence, and all you can hear is a demon gnawing on flesh. And eventually, Jinja is like, he is very hungry.
He is very hungry.
Oh, God. So, Noogie, how are you doing down there? Are you enjoying that?
The old Guy is nowhere near as dead yet. Nowhere near. I have not received a message from anybody saying to roll a new character.
All right, so the shadow demon finishes consuming the angel. As we are invigorated. What other lives shall we take?
I'll call you again when we take more lives. That's all for now. But what is your name so I can call you next time?
I am called Abyss's Gaze.
Okay, and I will remember that. And I'm not going to shake your hand because I know how that works. Maybe one day we'll get some paperwork, but for now, we'll keep it on this basis. And I don't think I can actually dismiss him.
Yeah, no, he's just loose now.
He goes away after 1d6 rounds. So like,
Okay, roll a d6.
so that's like.
This was a mistake.
24 seconds.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not long.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
just
how long
Major
it,
demon wreaks havoc.
it
stop
takes.
concentrating.
It takes about that long for him to devour this angel, and then he disappears.
I used up all my spell slots, and I can't cast Sending, so I can't talk to Guy.
Well, that was really cool, though.
Keith is having a heart attack right now. I want you to know this.
I said I wasn't going to do this again after Richard. I told myself They're responsible. They'll do their own thing. I won't care. Here
I'm
we
gonna
are.
stick out my hand to Redan and be like, "Give me the dagger. I want to look at the dagger.
I want
Give
it
me
back.
the dagger."
I want it back, though.
Sure, fine.
Promise?
Yes.
Promise? Give me your sword.
Just give me the.
This increasingly upset. I love it.
I'll let you hold my dagger if you let me hold your sword.
Give me the sword.
I'm just holding it out of reach.
Handing him the sword.
Okay, equal trade.
All right, I want to look at this dagger and try and see if I can figure out anything from it.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Hey, a 12. I think that's the title for this episode. Hey, a 12.
12.
Yeah.
Hey, a 12.
This is like the third 12 that I've rolled.
rolled so
Did a
many
lot of
12s
12s
today.
I will look at it too because I have been studying this stuff in the past. So maybe, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That-
no.
well, you know what a 6 is? That's half a 12.
I'm distraught.
I'm trying to talk to this sword.
The sword will not talk to you.
I'm so upset I lost my pencil.
E3. This blade is covered with something.
I'm going to hold the sword out and say, can I look at my dagger now?
Just don't. It's got stuff on it. Don't like cut yourself or.
It's covered in something thick and black and malevolent.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I look at it with Eldritch Sight?
There is infernal energy coming off of this like a thick, wafty smoke.
Yep.
17 investigation.
Why didn't I ask the demon?
I thought that was what you were doing, to be honest.
It's
But
like,
you didn't
hey, buddy,
ask him.
have a snack.
Oh,
Peace.
you know. You've built an incredible rapport with Abyss's gaze at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this guy just brings me in to have snacks. I love it.
Yeah. That's how it's supposed to work.
So with 17 investigation, you determine that you kind of play with this blade a little bit and you thumb some of the goo off of it. And you can tell that the blade itself is actually a bright gold. And the material of it looks similar to the material of the blades you've been taking off of these angels. The reason it looks black is because of what it's covered in.
I'm going to playfully hold the dagger up to my mouth and be like,
No.
I'd like to think that Keith and I are just having a conversation at this point, and Redan's in the background.
I'm losing my shit. I'm casting whole person on Redan.
It's just like... That's fair.
Yep.
You just stay still.
This is the reason why they made Feeble Mind a much higher level spell, because it used to be really low level and it used to be shut up, Feeble Mind for 24 hours.
All right, Redan, make a saving throw.
Of course.
He's fine.
Yeah.
I look at you and I go, I'll remember that.
It was for your own good.
I'm good now. And then I pass on the information. Is there any check I can do about this goo?
No, you've never seen anything like this.
Does it look like it's gonna like crustify?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, I want to taste this so bad, Pen.
Why don't you put it in a vial, and then we can give it, study it, don't eat it. The last time we ate stuff that was gross, and then we had a little demon thing follow us home.
That's fair. I go run downstairs and ask the bartender person to give me a vial.
I just handed you a vial because I assume I keep them on me.
All right, that goes into my bag though.
Oh, Keith, is he dead? I don't know what to feel.
So, all right. So this transpires. And Guy,
Yes, sir.
your eyes begin to flutter open.
Yep.
And you're riding in a cart along a snowy road, and a blonde-haired man says, "Hey, you're finally awake. Those Imperials picked you up, same as me, trying to cross the border."
Well played, sir. Well played.
Is that a Skyrim reference?
Yes, people lost on this. No.
Okay. Whew.
I had to do it.
Yep. No problem. I'll shoot you in the knee in a minute.
You are in it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot, and you are laying on what you think is like gravel.
Mm-hmm.
But as you kind of try to move your hand, you're still very weak.
Fingers digging in the dirt, digging in the gravel. Yeah.
It's fingernails.
Open
And then
my
you notice
eyes.
the smell. And it's awful, and it's hot, and it's oppressive. And a horrifying creature screeches across the sky.
Oh, come on. This place, it don't exist. Open one eye again. It's still there?
Yep.
You died and went to hell.
This is not part of the master plan. I am supposed to be in my father's cell right now. Shit.
That's because you didn't have a plan. Welcome
Huh?
to
What?
Avernus.
You're right. I
And
don't
we're
do
gonna
plans.
and we're gonna end right there.
Oh, yes. Who is this? A demonic power with an angelic blade. Who the fuck is this? I love it. Thank you. Thank you. All I had to do was die, and it got really, really interesting.
All the people who have ever told Guy to go to hell have just smiled somewhere in the world.
Yeah, that's a long list.
Well, yes. So, what? Any other announcements tonight, Puck? That was
Well, sorry, I wanted to give you time for the outro, Lenny. I mean,
I got nothing for that.
Okay.
I said, but I
that's
got,
cool. Look,
what's going on in this tavern?
Lenny.
It's just like, oh, there's a dead angel, and now they've summoned a demon, and it's
they summoned a demon, gave him a snack.
right, and the folks who did this are just like, oh, we're good to go about our business now. Everyone goes back to the drinks.
Summoned a demon in a heavily populated area.
Good thing
Yeah,
we're
if I
not wearing.
survive this, I got words for Penn. That was irresponsible.
Good thing we're not wearing anything that can identify us or our organization.
Yeah, right?
Also, good thing there's nobody out there looking for warlocks or devious magic users of any sort.
I could actually feel those fingers, Don, by the way. That I think they were about 50% Don and about 50% Key3. It was like one hand of each.
Yeah.
So that's the show for today. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I hope you are enjoying Too Many Warlocks Season 2. Wow. I am a very lucky dungeon master in that I am joined by all these incredible people who are various content creators in their own right, and I like to take this moment at the end of the game to allow all of them to talk about the things that they're doing. And I now open it up to the floor and go.
I don't want to talk.
Sorry, I just had to write Diaz and Hell down first. So.
I'll go ahead and go. I make videos over at youtube.com/roll4initiative with my partner Ryan about tabletop RPGs, board games, our geeky stuff. And you can head on over there. We've got a video cabinets and cocktails where we play classic arcade games. And tomorrow's video is going to be a special painting hacks video. So things you can do to make miniature painting easier, more fun, and stop accidentally drinking your fresh water.
Don't drink the brush water.
Set the bar low. That's good. Even I can do that.
Oh no, I've turned off my lights. Oh, there we go.
All right. Anybody else have anything they want to bring forward?
I mean,
next week, not tomorrow, but next week, Tuesday, we are back with season 2 of Deadlands. They have left the little town of Paradise because it is no more. And they are, and I quote, Hollywood bound. That's the name of season 2. Although season 1, to be technical, is not quite finished yet.
There's still some stuff to go on, I'm sure.
There's still some scenes.
Still some stuff to roll out.
You got to have that midwinter break. It's the Christmas special, right?
Oh, for sure.
Little bits left over. And then on Thursday, me and 3 completely different friends play Ironsworn over on Dirty 20 Gaming Twitch. And that is a co-op game where there's no plot. We're all making it up on the fly. So great fun. You see a much more serious character there than I play here with Guy.
All right.
I guess I should say go check out our YouTube. We have some awesome stuff there. We just had the newest episode of Deadlands drop. If you haven't seen that, that's the finale. So go see that so you can catch up before next week. We also have our cat one-shot, Mercs of Mischief, coming out. Part 1 is coming out this Wednesday. So if you missed the live stream, you will get to see it in all its punny glory. So make sure to tune in Wednesday for that. And all of that such sort if you want to go catch up. So go check us out on YouTube.
To clarify, part 1 is coming out this Wednesday.
I said that, right?
Yes.
Part 2 isn't coming out for 2 weeks, but if you want to see it all at once, you can join our Patreon for as little as $1.
Absolutely. So with Patreon, you get a lot of cool things. We put some bonus content up in there. And if you subscribe at the top tier, you get to play a game once a month with me and maybe one of our fine guest cards, usually Guy, because he's up for everything.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if he's there for the next one.
Yeah, we'll see if he's there for the next one. We'll see what's going on with him. He might be in hell.
We could take the patrons to hell. That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah, that'll be great. Well,
yeah, they'll enjoy that.
Look.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's not something you put in the header. Be a patron. Come to hell. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us. Events that we've got coming up. We've got a regular scheduled shows on Sunday nights. We've got the Mercenaries of Mischief. Mondays, we've got Too Many Warlocks. And Tuesdays, not this week, but starting back up again next week, we've got Deadlands. And we've got those special events coming up as well. And on the 19th, we'll be doing a Tomb of Horrors. Not the Tomb of Horrors, a Tomb of Horrors.
A tomb, yes.
Where I am disregarding the advice of numerous Dungeons & Dragons blogs and attempting to adapt portions of the Tomb of Horrors to 5th edition. So we're going to roll that out, and it should be a lot of fun for everyone. Also, on the 22nd, we've got a very special event. We've got special guests, Dingo Doodles and Joe Cat, working together with Felix, the man behind the Fool's Gold campaign that you see on the Dingles Doodles show, all joining forces with Penn in an evil campaign. Should be a lot of fun, especially after Joe Cat played that soft, sweet boy character on his guest spot, and Penn is a soft, sweet boy, and I can't wait to see their evil characters. It's going to be delightful. And that's what we've got coming up. Thank you so much for watching. Give us those follows and subscribes. We're doing a special giveaway of a Obsidian Soul Sever weapon like you see in Mercenaries of Mischief once we hit 1,500 followers on Twitch. And that giveaway, I'm afraid, is only eligible to people in the United States and Canada, excluding Quebec, because of legal reasons. Sorry. That said, thank you so much for watching. Check us out on the social media. Check us out on Discord. You can talk to us directly. We're usually around. And until next time, folks, class dismissed.
Oh, yeah, right. Bye.
This is a song about Nate the Necromancer. All the ladies loved him, he was a romancer. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and a ghoul and a gasp and a vampire song. Nate got married to his goth girl wife, had 5 daughters, lived a happy, happy life. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and the ghoul and the gasp and the vampire song. I won't take